This is a PSA for anyone who feels like they've wasted their 20s spending all their money on booze, food, and shoes. You want to get your financial shit together in your 30s, and this is going to be from someone who went from $40,000 in debt to a millionaire at 30. Now, first things first, you're going to need to start tracking your expenses. So many of our students thought they knew where their money was going, and then when they started tracking their expenses, they realized they were like giving donations to billion-dollar corporations, paying for things like subscriptions that they no longer use, even things like NSF fees or overdraft fees for not understanding how and when their money was coming out of their account. Next, friends, you're going to start working on building your emergency fund, and no, your credit card is not an emergency fund. Credit card is simply a tool that you can filter your expenses through to get perks like cash back and purchaser protection. You should be working up to get your emergency fund to a minimum of 6 months of bare bones expenses. You are not going to keep this in your checking account. You're not even going to keep it in the savings account that's attached to your regular bank, because that's just asking for self-sabotage. You're going to put this in a separate bank in a high-yield savings account so you can start getting paid. I make about $100 a month off mine. Pro tip, if big goals stress you out, start breaking them down into smaller ones. Instead of thinking that you need to save a 6-month emergency fund, which might be like, oh my God, where do I even start? Think about how much you can save from every paycheck and make your goal bi-weekly. Have little goals that lead up to the big goal. The third thing you're going to do is start prioritizing paying off your high interest debt. Anything over 6 or 7% needs to go. We're going to focus on paying off the highest interest debts first. This is called the avalanche method. This is going to save you the most money. Fourth thing you're going to do is start investing for your future. And maybe you're like, Nicole, I don't have any money. Even $5 a month is going to be a great place to start. You want to start building up that habit, that routine, that muscle memory. And a question I get all the time is, Nicole, how much do I need to invest to see a profit? You can see a profit with $1. It's based on a percentage of what you put in. Don't laugh at your small profits, because those are going to be what gets you to the big profits. Investing is literally a tool for you to grow small amounts of money into big amounts of money. Investing isn't for the rich, it's how you get rich, and it's the only real way to build financial safety and security for yourself long term. And if you ever want to retire, you have to invest. You don't just turn 65 and get to stop working. You get to stop working when you have enough money to cover your expenses, and you can only do this by investing. Learning how to put your money in the right places could build you hundreds of thousands of dollars of wealth, even with something like $50 a month if you get started now. If you want to learn more, we have a ton of free trainings to help you get started. Check our link in bio.